What's going on, guys? Hope you are doing well. In today's video, we are listing down 15 reasons why we think Bitcoin is the upcoming version of gold. So without any further ado, let's begin. Number 15. Bitcoin is more legitimate than gold. Gold cannot be created out of thin air like a cryptocurrency, but you can mix it with less precious metals and increase its value. But thanks to the blockchain, Bitcoin-based Bitcoin technology surpasses traditional money and gold. Each transaction that takes place is recorded in an open source register, which is electronic registers that are stored on the computers of tens of thousands of users who voluntarily archive it. Well, modifying records on so many computers is next to impossible, which means Bitcoin is legitimate or verifiable. Number 14. The best security. There is no powerful institution that monitors Bitcoin, but it is extremely safe. In addition to being verifiable and virtually impossible to invent, it is equally difficult to steal or conduct a transaction without the owner's approval. Remember, we said that the data is controlled by hundreds of thousands of users. If you wish to interfere with it, then you need to tamper all those computers, or at least most of them. It means it's a little harder than robbing a bank. Number 13. Safe havens in times of volatility. Cryptocurrencies and gold are a safe shelter for investors. Smart people know that sooner or later economic pressure will rise up. And smart people also know that if they have gold, it won't hold its value until everything else falls apart. But when the markets go crazy, everyone will start buying gold, because that's for sure. And when they do, gold not only holds its value, it rises in its own way. And in 2020, Bitcoin just did the same thing. Stocks were down across the board, except some tech stocks, which were going up. Then came the vaccine, and suddenly the tech stocks made things worse, and everything else made it better. But all along, gold remained strong, and Bitcoin got even more stronger, resulting in more than making twice as much over the course of the year. And that is why these two are called safe havens. Number 12. Bitcoin is the first choice of a digital generation. Well, now we are in a historical moment where a new generation is taking a more important role in managing the world. They are looking for an alternative, and eventually, gold has been that substitute. We are not saying that it will discontinue to be an alternative, but for the upcoming generation that is used to doing everything online, given by the option of gold, which is working in the same way that it has been doing for centuries, or a way of investing and transacting that is high-tech, secure, confidential, and decentralized. This is another reason why Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies will challenge gold. Number 11. For diversifying portfolios. For investors, we're not claiming that they should invest in just one thing. The key is to diversify their investments. Cover your bets in case a part of your wallet goes down. Also buy stocks, maybe index funds for safety. Mix them with some staples like gold. And we recommend that you buy some cryptocurrencies too, and Bitcoin, the so-called king of cryptocurrencies, is a safe bet. Number 10. Multiple uses. Gold has all different kinds of uses. And it is also true that Bitcoin has no other uses than to store or transfer wealth. But the technology on which it is based has some great uses. More and more companies are using blockchain, from Pfizer to Walmart, to record data such as inventory, supplier parts, and track everything from food to vaccines. Well, keep an eye on the intention of blockchain to record property ownership and voting, where it could really become quite helpful in coming years. Number 9. Increase in value. So, if traditional currencies lose value over time, but gold and cryptocurrencies don't, what does that mean? Well, gold and Bitcoin are steadily rising against the dollar, euro, yen, pound, or any currency. It is true that gold has a lot more history than Bitcoin. But recent years have shown that Bitcoin has defeated gold in the affection of the price. However, Bitcoin crashed in early 2018 too. But the important thing that we are looking at is that it had almost reached the same high as it had before the crash. We believe this is great evidence that, even though Bitcoin is volatile, it is following a strong uptrend, which will not stop anytime soon. Number 8. Bitcoin has defeated gold in transactions. Bitcoin is more portable than gold and also highly divisible. If you put it together, then you will have something that will be ideal for trading. The fact that gold is not very portable or easily divisible is one of the reasons we didn't pay in gold, and why money became the ultimate source of exchange. However, Bitcoin interprets all these problems. Well, as a result, a great number of companies like Microsoft, Norwegian Air, Virgin Galactic and McDonald's have started accepting it as payment. There is still resistance because it is volatile. But with passing time, we are sure it will disappear. And in the near future, we will see more and more daily Bitcoin transactions. Number 7. Confidential aspect. To open a bank account or invest in stocks, you need to fill out many forms and provide proof of identity. To trade gold through a broker, you are required to do the same process. But to buy it in its pure form, you can do it anonymously. Due to the way the blockchain works, and since Bitcoin is an alias, this means that it does not provide its real name. It is impossible for governments to know who it belongs to, and it is impossible for them to confiscate it. This feature was created in the beginning and has an anti-authoritarian design. With concerns about management and authoritarian governments in some parts of the world, it's not that bad. Number 6. Mining. We all have at least an idea of how gold is mined using mining equipment, but what about cryptocurrencies? Well, like gold, it is also mined. Well, it's a quite different process. Bitcoin mining involves high-powered computers or networks. Bitcoin software throws complex mathematical equations at them, and when they solve them, Bitcoin is released in the market. Bitcoin mining may not have much in common with gold mining at first glance, but they both make circulation difficult, which means the market won't be flooded, and they will not be devalued. Number 5. Crypto claims wins in the decentralized genre. Unlike currencies, governments cannot touch cryptocurrencies, wherein the price is defined by supply and demand. Well, Bitcoin is a bit more decentralized than gold, because gold is being amassed by central banks to support their currencies and large investment banks. Now, it is in your power to set the price of gold. In 2014, Barclays Bank was fined for preventing traders from manipulating gold prices, and in 2018 a JP Morgan trader pleaded guilty to manipulating the metals markets. Number 4. It's easily divisible. If you want to invest in stocks, sometimes you have to buy a whole share, which could cost you hundreds or thousands of dollars. While investing in Bitcoin, you can start with a small amount because there are many subdivisions. The smallest is called Satoshi, which is 100 millionth of Bitcoin, and is about 1/50th of a cent right now. Number 3. Limited supply. The great thing about gold and Bitcoin is that you just can't make more of it. With money, governments can print more on useless pieces of paper. But when it comes to gold and Bitcoin, there is no chance. The amount of gold that can disperse is limited by the chemical composition of the earth. With Bitcoin, the answer is not in any chemical properties, but in the source code in which it is written. There is a limit to the amount of Bitcoin that will be released, while running around 21 million. There are around 18 million Bitcoins in circulation so far. The closer the number gets to 21 million, the slower they will be published. Number 2. Bitcoin is more portable than gold. Well, you can invest in gold without even seeing it, but that means you're paying someone to keep it in a super secure vault, and guess what? There are also storage costs for that. Bitcoin gets the best of both worlds. Like gold, it does not suffer from inflation, and like money, it's portable. Since it's digital, all you need is an internet connection and you're ready to store it. Send it as an email or access it when you want. Number 1. Inflation-proof. The most important thing is that gold and Bitcoin are inflation-proof. Now the problem with traditional money is that when there isn't enough money, governments start printing it more excessively. This is like an easy job except for one problem. More money goes after the same amount of goods and services. It means that money can now buy less stuff. It has fallen in value, which is also termed as inflation. And if you have money in the bank, stocks or bonds, that means you would become really poor without even spending a cent. For years now, gold has solved this issue, and Bitcoin is doing the same thing too. Alright, that's it for today. If you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching.